Good morning, friends. I'm going to try to be chipper, but I literally just got up about 15 minutes ago. Enough time to let the dogs out and let the chickens out and put some clothes on. So we're out here in the garden, and it's the Tuesday after Memorial Day weekend. So a lot of you guys know we were up at our cabin, and so I was gone 3 days away from the garden. Wow. I came back to so many fun surprises, but I'm out here because it's going to be another really hot day today. I wanted to show you guys this last night when I got home, but it was just so hot and humid. But I need to do another lettuce harvest. I'm not going to bore you guys with that too much, but I do want to share some of the fun updates. The garden is changing. It looks great. So I just harvested all this lettuce not even a week ago, and it's already time to cut it back again, which Dan is loving. She leaves this Saturday, so she's eating all the salad to her heart's content right now. One thing you're going to notice, and I knew this was going to happen, but pretty soon my potatoes are going to overtake my iceberg lettuce, which is okay, because by then it'll be really too hot for my lettuce to grow. I'm nearing the end of the row, and we have more almost than my bucket can carry. Way more than we harvested last time. So again, all the more reason to just keep cutting and coming again in your garden. Especially when it comes to stuff like this. You will get crazy amounts of good salad greens as long as you can. Another thing, guys, I just thought of while I'm sitting here cutting this is three packets of seeds from In My Gardener for $3.99. And I was able to share those seeds with my future daughter-in-law's mother. So I didn't even use all 3 packets of the whole. It cost at least $3 for a bag of organic salad, like a little tiny one at the store. And this is my second. Guys, this is a huge stainless steel bowl, and I've been packing it as I go. So it is so fun to be able to grow such amazing organic food for the cost of seeds most of the time. Alrighty, but look at my potatoes. Aren't they looking great? Phenomenal. So let me show you what's going on. Behind you is something new and exciting I came back to. So first off, my Brussels sprouts are looking phenomenal. Remember how sad they looked after the polar vortex? Oh, but look at all of my peas popping up. Yay! They were not even out of the ground when I left this weekend. But my Brussels sprouts, I couldn't be happier. They look phenomenal. Yes. Now I always walk through the garden the exact same way that I always take you guys through the garden. I walk down the lettuce row, walk down the side row, back row, front row, and then all through my beds. It's just my habit. So I was doing the same thing, meticulously looking at everything, got super excited about my peas. Wait till you guys see what's behind me. Not a single one of these Friday morning was out of the ground. Look at all those beans. That's crazy. Oh my gosh, they look great. So these are all my Blue Lake bush beans. Then I have black turtle beans and the Hank's Extra Special baking bean. My peas are looking great. Still no flowers yet. Some of them, I guess they are a good 10 inches tall already. So I'm just watching for blossoms now. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably a dozen beets that I didn't lose through the polar vortex. And again, guys, these are the best beets I've ever grown in my life. Todd was out here with me last night. He was like, Rachel, just think how amazing it would have been if we hadn't lost them all. But I'm excited to watch them grow. The tomatoes that we planted here are doing great. And I realized I missed a stake in one of them, so I need to get out here and stake that up. But while we're over here, look at those strawberry beds. loaded, I mean loaded in blossoms. So I rip those suckers up in the spring. I am so rough on them. Pull out all the runners and just take my garden fork all through it just to clean it up and give the plants some space, because they really, really do get overcrowded in that bed. And I'm not particular about it. I just take and whatever lasts. And they absolutely thrive on that treatment that I give them every spring. It's based on nothing. I just did it one year and saw the results. And so we are just gonna have an amazing crop. But I just realized I didn't show you something right behind me in the lettuce bed. Come in. My first cucumbers are popping out of the ground. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 so far. That's really cool. 9. I planted 25 here. I definitely don't need 25. I'd be happy with 15. So I'm not gonna stress over them. They'll pop up at random times. I planted like 4 or 5 different varieties, pickling versus slicing cucumbers. So I'm excited to see them grow. I know I'm growing a new one this year. It's kind of yellow in color, and I didn't do a video on those, so I'll have to go back and look at the package and see what they were. While we're back here, I'll show you, I do have my pole beans are popping up. It's crazy how fast they grew. There are pole beans here, but they're not all coming up at the same rate. Like this one's just popping out of the ground. This one's just about to pop out of the ground. But that's okay. So I think I planted 25 total. 25 total on both sides. We have our first zucchini popping out of the ground here. And I'm not sure what happened over here. If the rain like washed them away. But I have like my stick's not even there anymore. So I'm guessing that the rain washed it away. But I don't think that's a zucchini. But there's something here that looks kind of zucchini-ish. I don't know what they are. It almost looks like a sunflower start. So 1, 2, 3 haven't come up yet. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye on those because I do need zucchini for my crops. So this one's not too bad. There's some purpling on the stem, and unfortunately, guys, I am colorblind to an extent, so sometimes it's hard for me to tell if it's brown versus purple, but my understanding is a tomato stalk is supposed to be green, always. This little tomato got bit off by something up here, but some of them are way worse than others. So it could be a couple things. It could just be that it was all that rain that I got, and that can do it. But it can also be an indication of a phosphorus deficiency. So I brought out some bone meal today. It's gonna rain later, so I'm just gonna give them a good sprinkling of bone meal around each plant. And just in case, because I would believe that my soil likely has a phosphorus deficiency, because it's the main thing that they're sitting in right now is aged cow manure and barn clean out, which would be more heavy nitrogen. So that's what I'm going to do. When I get down to the other end, I'll show you one of the worser ones that you can really see the purple on. So this was one of the first ones that I noticed it on, and I just saw the edges of these leaves are tipped purple. I have one other one that's, the leaves themselves are actually starting to look a little purplish. So having this bone meal, I'm hoping will help. But looky over there. I've got definitely some kale to harvest now, and I'm definitely gonna be harvesting a lot more broccoli leaves and spinach leaves. I don't think oh, I should bring you guys over here. Whew. Sorry. So this is broccolini, and it's already getting the little tiny head on it. Last year my broccolini, when it got to this point, was huge. So I'm not quite sure if it was the growing conditions with all the rain or what, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna have a good broccolini harvest after all, which it's okay. And I think this is tatsoi. I think the rain washed all my tatsoi seeds into a clump. I know I didn't do that bad of a job. So I'm gonna have to come back through here and thin these little clumps out. My collards are just getting big. I only ended up having like 3 or 4 that came up and did anything. But now that I know that I can harvest all my broccoli greens, which I'm definitely going to be doing, and basically I've just taken like 2 or 3 leaves from the bottommost set of leaves. Well guys, another great harvest here in the garden. Morning time is the best time for me to get out when this summer heat starts. So I need to get these in, get them washed up, and put up for us. Thanks guys for watching. Hope you're having happy gardening where you are. Hey, I still have my knife.